Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for Seahawk Central Sports. Today we've got lots to discuss, including the start of softball, men's and women's basketball, and golf season. So let's kick things over to Trey with softball.
Thanks, Davis. UNCW softball opened their season with a crazy start. The score was 0-0 at the end of the sixth. The team was held to no runs in the seventh. They went into extra innings and took a pop-up fly ball to score in the bottom of the eighth to come in and win the game. On Thursday night, they lost to one of the best teams in the nation in Virginia Tech. Ashley Way was the one that hit the ball with the walk-off for UNCW. But the Seahawks couldn't pull out a win, falling to the Hokies 1-5 and 0-6. However, the Seahawks picked up 2 wins against Purdue Fort Wayne, 2-1 and 7-0. After the loss to the Hokies, UNCW coach Wade said they showed so much fight. Saturday, UNCW made crucial errors that gave ECU 4 runs. After a tough loss to ECU, the Seahawks sit at 2-3. Janelle Camacho launched her first home run of the season. She now has a hit streak for UNCW as of the 4 games that have been played. UNCW has a lot of improvement to work on, but the team is optimistic for a great season. And with that, back to Davis with men's basketball.
Thanks, Trey. The men's basketball team is keeping up their high level of play down the stretch as they've picked up wins in 3 of their last 4. Trezarian White has now put up 2 20-point performances in that stretch, including 21 against William & Mary and 23 in the homecoming win against Northeastern. Speaking of which, last weekend's homecoming game was a rousing success as the Seahawks beat the Northeastern Huskies 71-59. The Seahawks have a conference record of 10-4 going into the final 4 games of the regular season, which puts them at 3rd in the CAA. This week, the Seahawks go on the road to face Drexel and Delaware, but be on the lookout next week for the final 2 games of the regular season. Moving over to women's basketball, they had a busy weekend, competing against Delaware on Friday and Towson on Sunday. During the Delaware game, graduate Carrie Gross joined the 1,000 career point club with a pair of free throws in the 3rd quarter. She finished with a team-high 15 points to become the first Seahawk since Lacey Suggs in 2020 to cross the 1,000-point threshold. Flashing forward to the Towson game, Gross brought that same energy to the court, shooting 37% from the field, along with junior Evan Miller, matching her energy and scoring a career-high 13 points. Sadly, though, the Seahawks couldn't pull out a win, falling to the Tigers. The Seahawks fall to 4-19 overall and stand at 1-11 in conference play.
Jumping into golf this season, our Seahawks began their spring opener on John Island, South Carolina, where they finished 3rd out of the 11 teams that participated. They secured their top 5 finish over Kentucky and Virginia with a pair of strokes. The UNCW lineup consisted of Sam Hogan, Gray Mitchum, Patrick Sparks, Sander Akiran, and Walker Isley, where Isley would lead the team with 3rd place, winning with 212 points. Along with that, we would like to congratulate Walker Isley for being awarded Golfer of the Week by the Colonial Athletic Association. But make sure to wish some luck for our golf team as they travel to Kauai, Hawaii to compete on February 16th through the 18th. Back to you, Davis.
Looking forward to this week, we've got women's basketball taking on Hampton Friday at 7 and Stony Brook Sunday at 2, both right inside Trask Coliseum. Men's tennis takes on Georgia State Sunday at noon, and baseball season is here as the Seahawks take on Ohio in their season opener Friday the 17th at 5 p.m., followed by games throughout Saturday and Sunday. Specific times and opponents can be found at uncwsports.com/calendar. Be sure to support our home teams and catch us next week when we talk about all this and more. That's all we've got for you, and thank you for watching Seahawk Central Sports.